Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christina, and if you're new here, I currently live and work in Santiago de los Caballeros, the second largest city in the Dominican Republic. On my channel, I've been doing videos about expat life, female travel, living in the DR, all of that fun stuff. I taught English for a year. I no longer am doing that, but I'm still making videos about my experience here. Today I wanted to do like an expat tag type thing that I actually got from Mills. She is a YouTuber that lived here. Basically did the same thing I did. She taught for a year, then worked remotely. She's awesome. She actually helped me when I was moving down here for the first time. And I got these questions from her video. She got them from different YouTubers, but I got it from her. Definitely go check her out. I'll link her below. Again, my windows are open, so if there's a lot of background noise, that is why. But there's 10 questions on this tag, so I will go ahead and get started. So the first one is, I have my laptop over here. That's what I will be referencing for these questions. The first one is, where were you born? Where did you grow up? And where do you currently live? So I was born in Bloomington, Indiana, a southern Indiana town. I grew up in southern Indiana, and then I currently live in Santiago de los Caballeros, Dominican Republic. Number 2, what made you leave your home country? This could be a long or short story, so I will do the shorter version. I'm trying not to ramble. My dad is Dominican, but I didn't grow up connected to the country or the culture or the language, really anything at all. Like, I knew what plantains are. That's like pretty much the extent of it. And so in college, I came here on a missions trip, and I loved the country, like loved it, felt a connection to it, and wanted to come back. I ended up studying abroad here, and I love Santiago much more than the capital, which is the first place I had been to. While I was studying here, I knew I wanted to come back and live longer, so I researched schools to teach English at. I didn't want to keep doing that, but I wanted to stay here. And yes, I just like being able to connect a little bit more with that side of my heritage, and it's really great for my Spanish. So that's like the short answer. There's more I could say about all that. Okay, number 3, what do people say when they find out where you are from? I don't know if this is referring to when I'm here or when I'm in the US, I'll do both. When I'm here and people find out I'm from Indiana, they usually don't know where it is. They usually ask if it's close to New York, because like everyone and their mother here has a cousin that lives in New York. So they ask usually where it is related to New York, and then they ask like what there is to do. And like there's not too much to do. So that's pretty much all that people say. And then when I'm there and I tell them that I live here, they usually think it's cool. A lot of people don't ask that many questions, honestly. Or they just like wonder why. They ask if I live on the beach, or they make a comment about it being a third world country, which bothers me because it's a developing country, not a third world country. But that's pretty much it. I don't really get like a negative response in my experience. Number 4, what was the easiest / hardest part about adjusting to living in your new country? The easiest part was just the fact that I've been here a lot, so I feel like I'm copying the answers from the video I got this from, but I have been here a lot, and I have cousins here, I have friends here, so I already had people I knew, so it was nice to already have like a little bit of community. I already had like restaurants that I liked, I already knew what beaches I liked, I already had like a gym that I liked. So I already had stuff here. Like I have friends that I can visit in the capital, I have some people I know in the beach towns, and then I had people in Santiago. So just already having stuff was really easy. The hardest part was probably teaching, but that is due to a lot of different things. First of all, working in this culture is very different than working in American culture. Time frame is a whole different thing. Just the way people interact with like coworkers and stuff is quite different. Another reason though is COVID. Obviously we were teaching remotely on and off, and that was super hard. We had hybrid classes, that was super hard. So teaching was for sure the hardest part, but that is like a separate entity as well. Number 5, images, words, and sounds that sum up your experience living in a new country. I guess I can put pictures in this video probably now. And then words and sounds. Sounds would definitely be, so here they make this like sound to get people's attention, but they also do it to catcall you. So that definitely sums it up. catcalls, and then just when people are trying to get your attention, and I hate it. It drives me insane. For me, it's like fingernails down a chalkboard. And then words would be like morenita, because that's what they call me, or they call me gringa, which some people like find offensive, but whatever. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I feel like que lo que, that's another one. Number 6, favorite foods / drinks in your new country. My favorite drink here, 100%, is chinola juice. I love it. Passion fruit, they call chinola, and it's literally the best thing ever here in juice form. I don't drink a lot, but I like chinola mojitos. That's a go-to as well. So chinola juice, basically anything with chinola. Their mangoes here are insane. Their avocados are insane. And then I love anything with like yuca, plantains. I honestly literally just like their rice and beans. I could eat that like all the time. So yeah, a lot of favorites there. Number 7, any cultural norms or phrases that you cannot stand. I can't really think of phrases that I don't like. I'm trying to think of what people tell me all the time. Yeah, I can't really think of a phrase. Cultural norms, there's a lot of just different things. It's not like I can't stand it, but there's things that bother me. Like Dominicans are much more blunt than Americans are, which I think Americans could, like, we should be in the middle basically. But like Dominicans here will just, like, if you like lose or gain a pound, they'll notice and they'll tell you, and that drives me insane. Like if I don't want to hear it, that'll bother me. Or like I have curly hair, so if my hair is like out of place one day, they'll like mention it, that type of thing. They're just much more blunt. The catcalling does bother me, and it's much more normal, I think, to be like more descriptive in catcalling here. It's not like aggressive in the sense that they'll like follow you or something, but it's more descriptive in my opinion than in the US. Yeah, there's just a lot of different things. Number 8, what do you enjoy the most about living in your new country? I'd say for me, it's definitely just like the beauty and nature that they have here. Obviously, they have top-rated beaches in the world, which I love. I love the beach. But they also have so much more than that. They have gorgeous mountains. They have the highest point in the Caribbean, so it gets cold up there. They have a like mountainous city called Constanza where they grow all their produce, and it gets chilly there. They have waterfalls, they have rivers, they have like really pretty much everything. So I love just the variety in nature, but obviously the thing that I probably do the most is go to the beach. Number 9, do you think you'll ever move home for good? Yes, I will. I'm gonna be doing a master's, I just don't know when, and I like living on an island during COVID. It's nice to be able to go to the beach. But yes, I will move home for good. And then number 10, the biggest difference between your home country and your new country. It's hard to choose the biggest, but I would say 3 things that come to mind is difference in how we relate to people. So in the US, in my opinion, if you are coming to a new group, it's the group's job to kind of welcome you. Here it's reversed. Like you have to initiate everything in this culture. Like for example, if you walk into a room and there's people there, you're supposed to greet everybody. Whereas in the US, it's more common to be like, oh, hey, and everyone else greets you. Not like that here. You have to initiate it all, and that applies to culture. So like when I was working here, I was the one who would have to start conversations with my coworkers. Like they weren't going to do that to me, so it's like reversed almost, in my opinion. So just the way that people relate, it's much more like if you're the new thing, you have to do all the work versus vice versa. Time frame is another one. Time does not exist. Latino time is another level. The other day I was getting dinner with a friend and I got there an hour and a half late and I was still there before her. So there's just a lot of difference in time. Like it doesn't matter as much except for when they're traveling, because they're ridiculously early when they travel, when Dominicans travel, which nothing wrong with that. It's just hard to get used to. That's very different than in the US. We're much more punctual, or I'm even late in the US, but I will be like 15-20 minutes late. Here it's like 2 hours late and it's like normal. And then just chillness. Like people really aren't sweating anything here, which is good for me because I feel like I do too much. But like something will break down, they don't really care. Something like their electricity isn't back on after like 3 hours, they're just chilling. Like everything is taken very calmly, which I think is a good trait, and Americans could probably learn from that. But yes, those are the 10 things that I got off of this tag from Mills. Definitely check out her channel, she's awesome. And I will definitely be doing more videos. I will probably be doing one talking about how I got my visa to work here. And if you have any other questions or requests, let me know, and I will see you next time. Bye.